When the math teacher's keychain fell to the ground, Emma's heart began beating rapidly as she noticed a strange symbol on it. Where had she seen this symbol before? Hello, I'm Emma, living in a quiet suburb of Chicago. This is the story of that unforgettable day when I learned who my favorite teacher really was. As always, I was listening attentively during math class. Mr. Johnson was our school's most popular teacher. He would give us advice not only about mathematics, but also about life. Kids, the most important thing in life is honesty, he would always say. That day, he had arrived a bit late to class. The coffee cup in his hand was shaking, and he looked very tired. While writing on the board, his keychain fell out of his pocket and dropped in the middle of the classroom. Since I sat in the front row, I immediately got up and picked up the keychain. Right then, my eyes caught the metal piece on the keychain. There was a very strange symbol on it, an eagle with special unit written underneath. Where had I seen this symbol before? Suddenly, I remembered. Last week, in the crime series I watched on Netflix, I had seen federal agents carrying these symbols. Thank you, Emma, said Mr. Johnson, taking the keychain. But there was a strange tremor in his voice. I also noticed a shadow of concern in his eyes. Throughout the lesson, I couldn't focus on anything but thinking about this symbol. When I went home that evening, I immediately started researching on the internet. When I typed special unit eagle symbol, the results that appeared shocked me. This symbol really did belong to the FBI's special investigation units. Only agents working on the most important cases carried these symbols. The next day at school, I started observing Mr. Johnson more carefully. When his phone rang, he would always go out to the hallway and speak in a voice no one could hear. During lunch break, he would also leave school and return within an hour. One day, I couldn't resist my curiosity. I decided to secretly follow him during lunch break. He left through the school's side door and entered the Starbucks across the street. But he wasn't there just to drink coffee. The scene I saw while watching the inside through the window was very surprising. Mr. Johnson was having a very serious conversation with two men in dark suits. The men were giving him files, and he was taking notes. Just then, someone touched my shoulder. When I turned around, I saw Mr. Johnson standing in front of me. There was a serious expression on his face. Emma, we need to talk, he said. There was no anger in his voice, but there was serious concern. He took me to an empty classroom in the school. He closed the door and sat across from me. I know you've been following me. And I think you also noticed the symbol on my keychain. He said, your curiosity could lead you to very dangerous places. My heart was beating rapidly. Mr. Johnson, are you really an FBI agent? I asked with a trembling voice. Mr. Johnson looked at me for a long time. Then he took a deep breath. Yes, Emma, I'm on an undercover mission. Something very dangerous is happening at our school, and I'm investigating it. But this conversation must stay between us. Do you understand what kind of danger? I asked. Our school principal and some teachers are selling student records to identity thieves. They're giving private information like families' addresses, social security numbers, and financial data. This is a federal crime. I couldn't say anything. From shock, could our school principal really be doing such a thing? That's why I was placed here undercover as a teacher. I'm collecting evidence. But by following me, you've endangered both your own safety and the investigation. I felt very ashamed. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. I was just curious. I understand, Emma. You're a smart student and you notice suspicious behavior. But now you can't share this secret with anyone, okay? I nodded my head in agreement. A few weeks later, a big incident happened at school. FBI agents came and arrested the school principal and two teachers. It was revealed that they had been running an identity theft ring using student records. When Mr. Johnson entered the classroom that day, there was great relief on his face. The mission was completed. Students Sometimes in life, the things we see might not be what they actually appear to be, he said. But the most important thing is being able to distinguish right from wrong and being brave when necessary. He winked at me. This was our little secret now. Even though Mr. Johnson wasn't a real math teacher, he had taught me one of life's most valuable lessons. Sometimes heroes work in disguise, protecting us from dangers we never even knew existed.